Hello, beautiful people. Yes, I know y'all are like, oh my God, she's driving while filming. I've never ever done this before, but the trick is I'm not going to be making eye contact. I'm going to be watching the road. But I want to get this video in because I was supposed to get up this morning. I had to take a break, okay? I had to take a break. Y'all, I will run until I'm done. Do you understand? This morning I said I'm taking a whole day off. I closed my calendar, not taking any calls, not taking any appointments. I didn't even want to get up out of the bed. Efraj scheduled me in at the last minute. Y'all know I schedule my appointments in at the last minute and I wait a while. She was able to get me in. The time before that, I went to Naka, who's my other loctician. She's not taking new clients. Sorry, y'all. So Efraj is going to get me in today. And I wanted to sit in front of the camera and show you guys what I do to my hair before I go get my retightenings. But in all honesty, I was really racing today and I didn't get to do the way I would really like to do it. So I'm like, no, you're just going to have to wait till you get new growth next time. But I got to tell y'all, oh, and I take my Miracle Grow oil. Efraj puts this in my hair now instead of that Talia Wadjet stuff that used to give me lock funk. No, nothing against that. It may not do that to your hair, but it didn't work well with my hair. Plus, it was too heavy. So she will spray this on my hair at the end. And remember I told you all, Efraj put oils in my hair the very first time she installed my locks. Even though I was like, the Sisterlocks book says that, are you sure you're supposed to be doing that? So anyway, but I also sprayed this on my scalp because I washed my hair 2 days ago trying to get ahead of this. I was supposed to wash it last week and take the time to really unmarry, detangle, and do whatever I do because, you know, I go 10 to 11 weeks. And some of my locks may be a little bit tangled. My locks are going to be tangled, but some of them may marry. This oil, I swear to you, no offense to those of you who don't like that terminology, I promise you, this oil stops the hair from fighting. It takes it out of resistance mode and it allows the hair to just get smooth. It smooths the hair. So it's so much easier. And then I had a nail to break, so I can't really run my fingers through my hair like I want without catching hair. You see that? So I'm catching hair, and this is my primary finger that I use it with. But anyway, I go through and I really just, you know, make sure they're pulled apart nice, especially around the front. Now, you know I did the front today because I don't play with the front because I'm not trying to lose no hair around here. I work too hard to thicken these edges up. I'm not playing. But the hairline, the edges around the front and the back are very, very key. If you don't have time to do anything else but unmarry those locks, unmarry them, because that's the hair that will pop. That's the hair they can rake through sometimes inadvertently, trying to move through at the speed that our locticians move through sometime. And been there, done that. We talked about that. I have several videos about some tips. We have to raise the level of awareness amongst our locticians. If it means that, you know, I think I'm going to go this way. Yeah. If it means that we have to lengthen our retightening times out, so be it. If you got to pay a few extra bucks, so be it. The idea is to set up a situation where more care, deliberation, and delicacy is not a word to be used with this, but I'm using it. I claimed it. Can be used with this process so that your hair is treated more tenderly and it's loved on and honored with a little bit more respect for the fragility of the hair, the root bed, the follicles, and all of that stuff. Okay? Again, to those of you who have purchased this oil, y'all have been rolling with this oil. I think I'm going to do a YouTube commercial with this oil. I've been holding out because I think it might make me a little too busy and I'm going to have to definitely stop doing something else that I'm doing. But this oil is really good and I'm getting some wonderful reviews from you all. And I know what's going on with my own hair because I've been using this now going on what? It's going to be a year soon. Not quite, but it'll be a year soon. But overall, the formula has been tweaked from the one I was using for about 8.5 or so years. So that formula is the basis for this one. This one is just new and improved. Some of you are texting me, you're using it too much. I know you love it. And it's fine. It's not going to hurt you. But you don't need to use it as much as you're using it. Use it sparingly. Less is more. Get it in the scalp, massage it in, and then spray a few squirts on your hands and smooth it through your locks. Some of you are going through this in a month. It should take you way past a month. This should take you into 2.5, 3 months. 2 for sure if you're not overusing it, okay? But anyway, so I unmarry my locks. Of course, I wash my hair. You already know that. I prefer to wash my hair, and that's the way we started off our relationship. It gives me time to really unmarry my locks. I can't imagine what it would be like if I had my loctician to wash my hair and then have to retighten my hair. I don't think I would get, I know that my hair wouldn't get the benefit of my tenderness. So that's really important to me. So if you're not washing your own hair, consider doing that. And if you are washing your own hair, then definitely make sure you do it a few days before your actual appointment so that your scalp has a chance to retract. Your scalp is not going to retract. The hair has a chance to do what it needs to do. Your hair gets settled. Your scalp is not so freshly haven't been manipulated. And then when you unmarry the hair, your scalp is less tender and you have the time to actually pull those pieces of hair apart. It's very, very important. Now, you all know I've had my locks going on 10 years. They're super, super long. You can't see here, but also I did a quick little braid out the night after I washed my hair just to have a little bit of curls. I know I'm going to lose them after I go see beloved Efraj today. But anyway, I just wanted to come on and talk to you about that very important thing. If you're someone that uses oil on your scalp, make sure you gently, lightly coat your scalp before you're retightening. It softens the hair. What Efraj will do sometimes if the hair is a little tangled is she'll squirt water on it and then gently pull it apart. That's also something else that you can do. If your loctician is not doing that, it can make the hair a little bit more pliable. These are my recommendations. These are the things that I do for my hair. And I'm just suggesting that you really consider sitting down and doing this. I know that I always talk about how low maintenance the locks are, and they are. They'll save you a lifetime of hassle. You'll free yourself from the tyranny of hair enslavement. There's nothing better than being free from that. But you can't have anything for free. Anything good, you're going to have to kind of invest in it. It's going to cost you something, right? Like you can't have Moses without Pharaoh. You can't have Moses without Pharaoh. Pharaoh is just the Arabic word for that. So you got to put in a little bit of, grit. You got to put in a little bit of sweat. And all that means is you got to do a little bit of work in between to make sure you have these for the long haul. And we already know, y'all, it's becoming more than what we may have really considered when we look at the number of ladies who are losing locks and whose scalps are becoming bare because they're suffering from traction alopecia, from the retightnings, the frequency of them, the quality of them, and so forth and so on, and other multitude of factors, of which I like to separate from anything that can be genetic. We need to isolate what is being caused by the retightenings and the quality of the retightenings, and we have to raise awareness. Since that's not being done through the Sisterlocks brand, we need to raise awareness amongst ourselves, and it needs to become common conversation. So if you have to say, ooh, ouch, ooch, that hurt, or the last time I had a headache for 2 to 3 weeks, or 2 days I had to take Motrin, or my scalp is sore, you shouldn't suffer from that. The same way when your hair used to be corn-rolled on the sidewalk up in Philly on your grandmother's steps during the summertime, and it was pulling your hair so tight, your eyes were doing like this, and then you had those bumps, y'all. It's not that serious. We're not supposed to be suffering like that. Life shouldn't be a struggle, and neither should these locks. So I'm saying that to just say we raise awareness. The more that we talk about it, the more it becomes something common, the more they begin to adjust their practices over time, unless and until we're able to make this something that the brand will begin to talk about more. If you hadn't signed up for the S-Locks for Change movement, make sure you do that. It's just a what-if scenario. I don't know what will become of that, but I know if I lost all of my hair and it had to do with that, I'm going to take that up with my loctician. But from a larger perspective, it should be taken up with the brand, because the brand has other things in their training that speaking to the speed at which the locks need to be retightened and some other things, and it does not involve some critical components of not only being an ethical business person, but in general, how to manipulate this hair. Especially if you are a Sisterlocks loctician and you don't have experience with hair as a profession in terms of any professional training or anything like that. This video is not about that, so I'm not trying to get into that. You all know I did a multitude of videos on this in the month of December, so you can search the channel if you want to find out more about this. But I do think until we at a ground roots level, at the organic level, start talking more about it and make it common conversation, is not going to change. We invest a lot of money in these heads, and at the end of a 2-3 year cycle, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 20 year cycle, you don't want to be bald. And I will tell you something I noticed this time, y'all, this last week. I don't know if it's because of the way I sit when I do my sessions, or if it's those readings that I'm doing. I'm doing a lot more via video now, so I'm kind of sitting in one direction. But all I can tell you is these things felt a little heavy this week. I didn't like it, so I made sure when I washed really well. And it's just, as they get longer, you're going to experience the weight of length. It is inevitable. And so because of that, I'm saying to myself, I'm going to watch this more closely. If I get to a point to where I feel that this is damaging my hair, if I have to cut it, I'm going to cut it rather than lose my locks. I have some length down the back that is at my buttocks, which is a lot longer than what is at the front, due to years of picking cotton and pulling my locks out, taking them out, redoing them, and all this other stuff. But my back has always grown faster than the front of my hair anyway. Typically my hair grows in more of a V rather than just evenly. And I don't know, I'm going to pay attention to that this week. But as your hair gets longer, you do have to be more careful in terms of how you manipulate it. Something as simple as putting this turtleneck on today. I have to go through putting my hair up in a contraption and being very careful for when I pull this over my head. And then sometimes if my hair gets caught in my shirt or my coat, I have to be very gentle with it. We have to love on these locks, these tresses. They are beautiful for us, and we must love on them. So anyway, these are just some suggestions. I hope that you take them under advisement. If you're interested in the Melanin Magic Miracle Grow Oil or the anti-aging serum, it does wonders too. It does a body good. These are high-end ingredients. They work better than anything that's unnatural and synthetic that you can put on your hair or within your body or on your face. We do enough of that. The elements beat us up. So if you want something quality that's going to make you feel better, make you look better, help you to know that you're investing in yourself, your beauty, your longevity, your agelessness, and everything else, as we spend our time working against the natural elements, which is we can't do anyway, but it makes your face feel good. It smooths out wrinkles, but you have to use it on a regular basis, okay? But you're going to feel good. You can use just this to clean your skin and water, which is what I use. Y'all know I was a diehard olive olay person, and maybe use Aveeno every couple of weeks, a little facial scrub. I don't do those things anymore. I very sparingly, I may use the mask maybe once a month now, once every other month, and I do it, I think, because it's a habit. Because this anti-aging serum has natural exfoliators in it. It renews the skin, it regenerates the skin cell, and it speeds up turnover. So it's very good for your skin. It's gonna feel so soft. Ooh, especially if you put on makeup. You just want to make sure you leave it on for about 30 minutes. Give it a chance to absorb into your skin. I use it twice a day. But I'm going to sign out because I'm getting ready to get on Highway 78. Sending y'all much love, peace, and prosperity. Join me on Patreon if you like talking about things other than hair, and you're on a spiritual journey and you realize that life is spiritual and spirituality is everything. Spirituality is not about religion. It's about how you think and how you process life. It's about the nature of reality. If you're interested in that type of stuff, join me on Patreon, or you can go to my Butterfly Transformations channel, which is the other YouTube channel. And for those of you who are interested in readings, I do those on Patreon. I have a channel for those as well, which if you're on Butterfly Transformations, you can connect to that content too. So I hope you all have a beautiful day. Just shout out to so many of you: Mia, Ali, Sheila, Blimmerd. Oh my gosh, hundreds of you all I'm meeting, not just through the channel and through the services, through the Reiki, through the readings, but through the hair oils. You guys are giving me a lot of feedback. Shout out to Crystal. Crystal, you just bought your third bottle in what, 2 months, I think? Did you buy? Yeah, you bought 2, I think, the first time, and then you bought another one, I think. 2 or 3, I think 3 though. And might have purchased the anti-aging serum too. I get confused. I'm doing so many orders. My daughters help me with them. That's kind of their job. I'm like, look, y'all are home all the time now with this COVID stuff. Why am I running all the way down to Flo Villa to get that healing water? Why am I always at that post office? Y'all gonna have to pick up, help mommy out. Pick up some of these tasks. There's no need for me to try to do it all on my own, so they help me a lot. But eventually I know I'm gonna just need to get the little Pickney Bowls thing right there in the house, so I don't even need to deal with the shipments and going to the post office. Even though I do use the self-executing little machine, so it's not like I have to stand in line, but even so, I hope you all have a beautiful day. I hope that you are feeling good about life. I hope that you're keeping not only a positive outlook, because that's superficial. I hope that you are doing some mindset re-engineering and you're doing some vibrational work so that you can insulate yourself from all of the chaos that is here to yonder that's all over that we deal with. I hope you're doing things that keep you centered. I hope you're still getting outside. I hope you're taking time to meditate. I hope you're taking some spiritual baths or some type of baths, some sea salt baths, some Epsom salt baths. I hope that you're taking some time for yourself out of your busy day and that you're not allowing anyone to enslave you. I don't care who it is, not your children, not your parents, not Mr. Charlie on the job, not your spouse. You need to make sure, since you are more than likely the nuts and bolts of the operation, that you take care of yourself and you pour into yourself. And if you find that anything, dream-killing energies, y'all know I love to talk about them, if there are any dream-killing energies that are trying to squirm their way into your life to pull on your life force energy and drain the crap out of you, you need to divest of them. You need to cut them out of your life. You need to focus on the things that make you feel good, that make you feel settled, and you need to have faith, and you need to walk in truth, and you need to walk in God. Okay, and know that this thing is unfolding exactly the way it's supposed to, and you don't need to worry about it. All you need to do is put one foot in front of the other every day and do as best as you can to live in the flow, which is why having a personal state of freedom is important, and you don't have to work for yourself to do that. Even though I have for many, many years, you do that with a state of mind, okay? So be the peace you wish to see in the world. Y'all know whose quote that is. Love y'all. Have a beautiful day. Bye.